All right, so hold on. Let's preface this, guys. As of recording, today is 2/6/25. It is the trade deadline just happened. It's over with. It's done. So the trades we're talking about, you guys are hearing these 2 weeks late, I think. But at the time of recording, very relevant, very crazy. Go.
So, all right, you obviously have the Luka trade. That's the one that kind of like that was the catalyst, right? One of the most confusing trades in the last. I don't think I've seen like a trade like that in a while.
You don't trade franchise players during the season.
You don't, especially when they're 25 years old. And I've heard multiple like tinfoil hat theories. I've got my own ideas on it.
So do I.
That one surprises me. One that kind of hurt me as a Milwaukee native is I don't know why we got rid of Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma. Like, it's not like Kyle Kuzma was like cooking people in Washington. I would have, let K Mid have one more season here, and then he was probably going to retire anyways. Like, he tore his Achilles a couple years, so yeah. I don't know. That was wild to me. The one that I think is actually real interesting though is the De'Aaron Fox trade. Him going to the Spurs with Wemby now. Like, I watched their first game, and I think dude had like
24-13
and a half or something like that. And I'm like, in his first game, not knowing their system, but like that now I think develops Wemby a lot faster. But all right, let's start with the Luka trade. Okay. So what I personally don't understand, and this is what everybody's talked about, is why do you shop it privately and not try to get everything you possibly can for that guy? If you think about how many first-round picks there were for Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant wasn't even 25. He was much older than 25 years old, right? That part just doesn't make sense to me. One of the theories that I heard, though, and I don't know if anybody's heard this one, so the owners of the Mavericks also own other, like, casinos.
That's exactly it.
Is this the one that you're so we're thinking of the same thing here, right? So
this was in play last year when Mark Cuban sold his majority.
Yeah. So my theory is that they dumped Luka because they're going to want the NBA to basically move the team to Las Vegas so that you then have them the ability to build a casino and have their NBA team there. That's what I think it is. But also, if that's the case, why not bring Luka with you? I'm pretty sure you can get investors. I don't know. That's
So I'm with you on why you wouldn't take Luka with you. The thing that is crazy is Dallas doesn't have enough picks to get Flag this year or to get AJ next year. So whatever player is in the 2030 draft, 31 draft is who they're looking to build this franchise around, possibly if they do move it to Vegas. That theory has been thrown around in my mind because I was weirded out when Mark Cuban sold his majority without selling the whole team. Like, why would you still want some type of like control or part of the team if you're not going to run the team? Like, you are Mark fucking Cuban. Like, you are a hustler's dream. Get it, sell it, like get it,
right,
double it, sell it, get it again. Like, you are the hustler's dream, bro. So why would you do this? Yeah. But the people he sold it to, I looked into them last year, they own casinos. My thought was they're going to build a casino in Texas at some point, and they wanted Dallas to be the flagship. I didn't hear that theory until Reddit. One dude on Reddit. So shout out to whoever you are, bro. This is the one thing that I will say for, like how you were saying it was two owners and like why he wasn't shopped around a lot. This deal, in a sense, was a prove your point deal from one GM and owner to another GM. That's how I feel. I think because Mark Cuban loved Luka so fucking much. That man has a quote where he said, if it was between Luka and his wife, he would be looking for a divorce attorney.
Yeah, yeah.
So he wouldn't trade Luka for shit. Face of the franchise type shit.
Right.
So this was, we are not going to give a man $356 million, possibly, that I feel like isn't worth it. So it was confusing, but also I think it was just a way for owners or GMs to feel like they had a little sense of power back because these players are doing what De'Aaron Fox did, where, hey, I want to be traded and my destination is San Antonio. And the Sacramento Kings felt like they needed to get that done.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like, it's a power play. Dwayne Wade said it. He was like, this deal was done in the middle of the night. Like, this wasn't right. Nobody had talked about this deal 2 weeks ago. Like, it wasn't rumblings of Luka being traded. This deal was done in a gap. So those two people had to have been talking. Like, Nico and whoever the GM, Rob Pelinka, had to have been like, all right, so it's still a star for star, right?
Yeah.
I think overall they both win if the Mavs make it to the playoffs and they feel like AD is their defensive guy that can help them get over the hump. Then you win right now.
Wouldn't you say that they have to make it to the finals?
Because you would have to win the finals.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Luka took you there. So you have to win the finals. And if you feel like he's fat, he's 260. I mean, if you're saying he's fat, I'll take the fat dude who's averaging damn near triple-double and got me to the finals.
Right.
I love AD Shot-Town till I die, but his ankles are paper thin. His hamstring is paper thin.
He's old. He's older, right? Like, don't get me
wrong. A lot
older. He's a lot older. It just, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Even the money thing. Like, you mean to tell me Mavericks couldn't come up with that money for Luka?
They definitely can. That's the problem. Like, they have the assets to make that work. And he deserved it. He's one of 3 players before the age of 25 to be a 5-time All-NBA player. He's one of 28 of all time. There's only been 28 of those. So he's one of 28, but I think before the age of 25, he's only one of 3. It's him, KD, and LeBron.
Yeah,
it's not smart. For the Lakers, though, very smart play. You got a guy who's 25 years old. You won't have to pay him until his 10th year of service, and you can still build off of that. And if you do have any fears that he is out of shape, you just paired him with a fucking robot. You paired him with a man who sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber, bro. Like a casket.
He does cold plunges. Okay,
hey, shut up. Nobody gives a fuck.
How many days in a row does he do them?
I mean, obviously every damn day. Every damn day. But no,
if LeBron does it, it's good enough for me too.
Yeah, like you just paired him with like one of the greatest athletes who sees the game as a savant. And Luka sees the game as a savant. Luka literally came out the draft and said that his favorite player was LeBron.
Well, and from a branding perspective too, LeBron has, being one of the best players in the world definitely helps that. But like, he's branded himself very well. That's the other thing is like we only know Luka for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about Luka for anything
else. I don't even know clothes. You don't know what the fuck he likes.
Jordan. I know he wears Jordan.
He's a Jordan brand player, but he doesn't have his own signature shoe. He's not he doesn't do anything outside of the game to make you a Luka fan. You have to be pure sports fan to like Luka.
Right.
Pure sports fan. But like Trae Young, you like Trae Young because like he has the ice tray. His shoes are cool. Adidas is cool. He's in Atlanta. He's in commercials. You like Ant-Man for the same reasons. You like LeBron for the same reasons. So
Jordan 2.0. Edwards.
Oh, the hesitation.
No, I'm just the way he looks. I don't think he's not as good as Jordan.
Oh, no. The way he looks is his gameplay too. I think what he can do is bring the game back to the mid range. He's shooting way too many threes right now for that to happen. But if there has to be one guy who does it, there has to be one 7'1" dude who's like, I'm going to bully the fuck out of every one of these other guys because they don't know how to play in the post. So I'm going to work the post like a champ. I can pop the 3, but I'm going to kill this post all day. And then that's when we get bigs who want to play big. You get the wings who want to play wings, and you get guards who are guards. That's basketball, guys. That's my dream.
So you're like me. You'd love to see the dominant center return.
Yes.
And I just like the one thing I do like about everybody loves when like somebody gets posterized, but that reminds me of like 80s and 90s basketball. Because like what that dude does when he goes to the hole. Like put your nuts in someone's face. Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Do that, and then bring in some big goofy 7-foot white guy named Chris Mullins or whoever. I don't even know how.
Just
Lumley.
smooth, just a smooth, just a
I was
smooth
thinking,
buttery boy.
who was the dude that played with Reggie in the '90s for the Pacers? Is that Chris Mullin?
Nope, that's Chris Smith.
Chris Smith. That's who I was thinking of. That big, tall 7-footer.
Yeah, he has a crazy pump fake. I don't think it's Chris Smith, but he has a crazy pump fake.
Something. That's like I miss like those kind of goofy big men just getting posterized.
I miss when white men sung country music without 808s. I miss when rock music was grungy, like I don't know what I don't know, and I'm mad about it, and I'm gonna sing about it.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of everything being rap. I'm so fucking tired of it because even country music is rap now. Like every country song out right now has an 808 bass line behind it. Why are y'all doing the same trap beats? Like I don't. Morgan Wallen, I hate you because you did it. They don't love it, only love right now. I'm fucking tired of it.
New segment. What do we miss?
Yeah, new segment. What the fuck do you miss?
But really, it's just all the things. It's fueled by the things we now hate.
His name is Rick Smits. That's his name. Rick Smits. That's who you're talking about.
Yep.
7'4" white man. Come on,
Look
phone.
at the mullet on that guy.
Look at the mullet on him, bro. Okay, so real quick. You talked about a couple other trades. You talked about a couple other trades. I want to bring up trades that I think actually make sense for franchises if they can make it make sense. So, real quick, Chris Middleton is going to get bought out. The Bucks are stupid for trade him. He's coming back from an Achilles injury. Let him get back to 90% at least. He would have got to 80% before the playoffs. Then he would have been a force like he was last playoffs when you had nobody. And this man on one fucking foot was winning you games. So that's my point of view, but I'm not a Bucks fan. They took Dame from the Blazers. My wife is mad, so fuck the Bucks. My wife, hey, I got to go with her. Y'all took Dame. She's mad, so I'm mad.
What did you guys get for Dame, by the way?
I have zero idea. Because we didn't get Drew Holiday, I can tell you that. We should have gone. Yes, yes. You guys, that's who you guys should. You guys should have went and got like more of a defender to help balance out. All you did with Kyle Kuzma was get a light skinned version of Bobby Portis, who's a couple years younger.
Yeah.
I think James Wiseman and Brandon Ingram going up to Toronto. That's going to be if they can make that make sense. That team could be. Long, and they could be crazy on the defensive end. But they are in the same division as Boston, so you got to live with that. The Jimmy Butler trade is idiotic unless he has a trade package in place for after this year, because you cried your way out of a system to a winning team to a team that is 511th in the West. And sir, you have not proven that you can actually win us games because all you've done is cried. And I love Jimmy Butler deep down. Like, I love him, but Chicago, you cried your way out of there. You cried your way out of Minnesota. You cried your way out of Philly. And then you cried your way out of Miami. Yeah. He will be the single reason why NBA players don't have guaranteed contracts. Him. Mark my words. This situation. No bullshit. This situation, my hot take is this situation is going to make NBA owners go back to the drawing board and say, we don't want to give them guaranteed contracts because they feel like they got too much fucking power.
Yeah.
All these grown-ass men crying to the media about where they want to go. Just fucking play basketball. This man just said that his daughter plays basketball and she's 8. You motherfuckers get paid millions to play basketball. Just do it. And that's what pisses me off. Rudy Gobert is 7'3" and you don't got a post move. Bitch ass motherfucker. Get a post move. You 7 foot put.
Who's fault, bro?
Take a hit, bro. Take a hit.
I don't even have any weed. That's the thing.
The thing with Butler,
you don't have any weed.
You live in the weed.
I do. I don't. I told my wife I wasn't gonna smoke dab pens anymore, so all I got is like grass, and I can't smoke in the house. So.
Oh, understandable.
It makes sense.
But like the narrative with Butler is always the same, right? Every location has been him doing something and then getting suspended, and then him wanting out. Like, I get it, the dude, Jimmy Buckets, but at some point you gotta, like, I was talking to my buddies last night and I'm like, I don't see it. The dude is so toxic. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing was weird to me because he said, I'm not going to sign an extension with Golden State. And then the most recent thing I saw that I thought was interesting was it's going to be Golden State for like 2 years with $110 million extension, which blows my mind.
I thought it was for 121.
Originally, what I saw was 110 for 2 years, and I'm thinking, they're really going to pay him $55 million a year? So that yours could be right, but even so, the Curry interview was interesting. If you saw that after the game when he found out that they were getting Butler, he just kind of was like setting the tone and saying like, I just hope that Jimmy comes here and he's ready to like help put us in a position to win a championship. I know that there was drama down there. Just like the tone in his voice, you could tell. It sounded like Curry was not excited that they just traded a bunch of players away to get this headache of a human being.
And my thing is, if Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole for saying, "Bitch, stop talking to me," supposedly, that's what was said. That motherfucker Jimmy talks head.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy and Draymond. That is legit two freight trains of fire and gasoline headed towards each other.
I would watch that.
Oh my God, I'm watching every game. Put a camera there. I would love to see what happens.
I would just want to watch their practices.
I don't think anything comes out of this unless Jimmy can completely change his mind. And there's no change in a motherfucker's mind who has made $346 million in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He has fuck you money for life. He is setting his ways. He's going to be a motherfucker who shows up with pink hair that's pressed to the side with lip piercings. That's who he is.
Yeah.
What I will say is the Bulls constantly do nothing, but finally they did something. They traded away a big contract and said, hey, we're going to restart. Let's get rid of that. We should have got rid of that Valanciunas, that Vucevic contract, but we didn't. Mm-hmm. But I think, hey, let's finally go into a restart mode. Let's stop getting the 7th pick and picking up just tall guys who are tall with cool names. Get guys who can play basketball. Come on, Chicago.
They need their next Derrick Rose. Uh-oh. What did I stir up now?
I don't know. I didn't realize we were going to get this deep into basketball. I love it.
I love Pooh, bro. And we've not been a solid team since Pooh. It pisses me off that the city of Chicago sold their soul for 6 championships in the 90s because we've not been shit as a franchise or as a city since, to be honest. We got to the playoffs. I mean, hockey has been the only good thing, but even if you look at hockey, them boys is doing some fucked up shit.
Wait a second here. Hold on. Wait a second.
I don't recognize that team that you recognize.
Baseball in general. The Sox won.
That was Cubs won. 04?
05.
And then the Cubs
been
won
a minute.
In the 2000s.
I don't recognize that team.
Yeah, the Cubs won in 2016.
I don't recognize that team.
Sky,
I'm from the South Side.
The Chicago Sky. We over here talking about women's basketball. Chicago Sky, repping for the city.
Okay, I get that.
So, what are we talking about here?
Come and take a look behind the scenes. See who's been a father, superhero every day. I'm on the grind. I won't never ever take a day off. Everything I do is gonna pay off. Your little father time with me. With me. You should try your little father time with me. With me.